been a while since we talked on this channel. I hope you all are still subscribed. But yeah, the course part of the channel is now over. And so I only come in here when I have something to report. So I do have something to report. I wrote this up because Haiku has these system variables. Oops. I spelled perfectly. Can't type worth a damn though. Which are exposed by the finder command. You know, but no, that basically, if you're writing in C++, then you need that. And this is actually the preferred way of finding these constants, because things can be moved. You know, historically the temp directory has moved around a few times, to name just one that I know about. And when one day Haiku becomes a multi-user operating system, then, you know, this stuff, home and system, is going to change. But if your program uses these constants to find right, so let's just use these constants to find the right place to put something, then that'll still work. So that is the canonical way of using it. Okay, so we have the finder command. There we go. Right, and so what I wanted was a little widget just to throw that up that I can keep on the screen and refer back to. Right, and what is more, I wanted to be able to get that data out. So if I now say click on that, then I can now go here and say paste, and let's see, let's click on that one and paste again. Or if I can double click it, then it opens it up in Tracker. Okay, I don't know for how many other people that will be useful, but I wrote it for myself. And so I haven't decided if I'm going to package it yet, because it's a very tiny little thing. Okay, so how does it work? Well, it's a YAB program, obviously. And what we do here, right, we've got a few global variables. You know, don't be dogmatic about global variables. They have their place. Right? These two are used in the main loop, And these are basically a way to find a way to set up a temporary file that I can use to store some information. So if you look at this, we use this finder b common temp directory, which is there. Then we get that information with a system call. We rtrim it to remove the trailing line feed. By the way, I think that's new. The rtrim command didn't used to remove line feeds, it only removed spaces and tabs. But I see that it does that now, and which means a lot of my things can now be simplified because I always have to have a little thingy for that. Okay, right, and then it creates program names, which is over here, plus .ini. So that's just a little file to keep some information, and that information is this. Just as I showed you right in the beginning, this is the command to list all those system constants, and then I run them through sort because I didn't like the order in which they were presented. It didn't make much sense to me. I'd rather have them sorted. If you don't like it, you can take that out. Okay. Then we go to open window, which is where 90% of the action takes place. All right. Right, we open a window, we set some parameters. You know, this is a very simple thing. I see no reason why anybody should want to resize it, anything like that. All right, so then we set up a column box. Column box, not something I have used much in the past, but I managed to figure it out. Right, and then open that temporary file with all the information in it, and in the first line here, the first column, just the name of the constant that we get out of the file, and then in the second one over here, results, rtrim, we actually run it in a system call, and that's where we get this information here, which then is put into the second column. And that's basically all there is to it. Right? No need for a menu. So let's see. All it really does here is allow you to quit the program. Then this is something that you can't easily put into this while when loop. So, or rather in this switch loop. So you have to put it at the end here. Yeah, and it still loops through this. So if something has been selected, then right, first you get what's in column 1, and then you copy that to the clipboard. Else, if something has been invoked, in other words, has been double-clicked, then you get whatever's in column 2 here, right, and launch it. which automatically says, well, that's a directory, so I have to launch it with Tracker. And that's basically all there is to this little program. Yeah, I know this is not very profound, but it's a useful little thing, you know, and this is the sort of thing that YAB is just so good for, just to have a little graphical front end to a otherwise text-based command. And yeah, I wrote this thing up in about an hour. No, I'm not saying that to brag, it's just giving you an idea of scale. Not something that you sit and work on for months and months. And I think this is where YAB is just indispensable, because what is this? 83 lines of code, and I wasn't trying to be particularly, you know, parsimonious. I mean, write this up in C++, and yeah, it'll be quite a bit longer and more involved, I would think. I'm not a C++ expert, am I? You know, but this is very nicely readable. It's easy to change. Okay, I haven't decided if I'm going to package it yet, but in the meantime, I put the source code up on Codeberg, so if you want a copy of your own, you can just get the YAB file from there. I'll put the link in the description. Thanks for watching.